good morning, children. Today we are learning about transportation. Transportation is the movement of people and goods from one place to another. So let me explain what transportation means. For example, you wake up in the morning, then you move from the bedroom to the bathroom to have your bath. That means you have transported yourself from the bedroom to the bathroom. Okay? So moving from one place to another it is a form of transportation. Or you have moved from the sitting room to the kitchen. It is a form of transportation. But you have used your leg to transport yourself around the house. Okay? So transportation is when you move the movement of people or goods from one place to another. In the olden days, the boats, legs, horse carriages were used as modes of transportation. Now we are in the days, so we have modes of transportation, and the modes of transportation are now divided into three. We have the land transportation, the water transportation, and the air transportation. The land transportation, water transportation, and the air transportation. Let's talk about the land transportation. Land transportation is the movement of goods and people on roads. Different kinds of vehicles are used on the road for different distances. Okay? So, car, scooter, bikes, taxis are used to cover short distances. So, if you want to cover short distances, you can use any of these taxis, taxis, bikes, scooters, or cars to cover short distances. Another vehicle under land transportation is trucks, and trucks are used to carry heavy loads on long distances. So if you want to carry heavy loads like chairs, like beds, anything that is heavy, you can use your trucks to carry heavy loads on long distances. Long distances means you want to travel far away, maybe to a very far place, to somewhere that is very, very far. So you can use your trucks to carry heavy loads on long distances. Buses are also used to carry many people from one place to another, and it is so big, and you can use to carry like 20, 30 people depending on how big the bus is. Now, we also have trains, okay? Trains is also under the land transportation, but, okay, but trains works on rails. If you see very well, this is a truck. You can see the road, very smooth, okay? And you can also see the taxi. The taxi is walking, is on a road, is on the road, okay? But the train is under land transportation, but it works on rails. Can you see the rails right here? Can you see the rails? Yes, this is the rails. So the train walks on the rail. Okay, though it is under land transportation, but they walk on rails. And there is something interesting about the trains. They walk on rails, like I said, and they carry people for long distances, okay? And you can go from one place to another, okay? So you can use your train to carry lots and lots of people. And do you want to know another interesting fact about trains? Yes, it is the fastest means of transportation, or yes, talking about um land transportation. So under land transportation, the train is actually the fastest means, and it's also very safe. Yes, it's a very safe means of transportation. Okay, so let's move to water transportation. Water transportation is the movement of people or goods from one place to another on water or on the sea. It is the cheapest means of transportation. Yes, it is actually very cheap to be on a boat or have to be on a boat, and water transportation is actually the cheapest means of transportation. Now, boat covers short distances. Yes, it covers short distances. Another example of vehicles under water transportation is ships. This is a ship, and ships are used to cover long distances. So if you are going to a very far place, you can use your ship to cover such a long distance, okay? Another example of water transportation or vehicles under water transportation is submarine, okay? Have you ever seen a submarine before? Wow, you've not, or have you? Okay, so we'll talk about that during our Zoom meeting. So submarine can actually work or operate under the water. You can see this picture and you can see the water. It is actually under the water, and it can operate so well under the water. Okay, so let's move on to air transportation. So who can tell me, can you guess what is air transportation? Movement of people and goods by air or on the sky. Sky, yes. We can move from one country to another in a very little time with aeroplane. Can you see the aeroplane? Wow, I love the aeroplane. So beautiful and colorful. You can actually move from one country to another country in a very little time with aeroplane. Do you know that with aeroplane you can get to London in 6 hours? Wow, London. I love to be on aeroplane one day. I would love to be on aeroplane one day. So with aeroplane, you can get to one country to another in a little time. You can by aeroplane you can get to the USA, you can get to Canada, you can get to London, you can get to Australia, to any country of your choice, okay? And so the place the aeroplane takes off or land is called an airport, okay? I'm very sure that you've been to an airport before. So the plane take off and land in an airport, rather, in an airport. All right, so let's move to another vehicle under air transportation. What is this? Hot air balloon. Yes, this is hot air balloon. People can travel using hot air balloon, and it's actually the hot air balloon can walk on the air or in the sky. Can you see this? It is on the sky. So this is hot air balloon. It is a vehicle that can function on on the sky, in the sky rather. So you can use your hot air balloon to transport your goods or yourself, okay, by air. Another example of vehicles under air transportation is the spacecraft. Can you see the spacecraft? Wow. This is a spacecraft. And it is also used, it's also a means of transportation by air, okay? A vehicle under air transportation, and it is mostly used by astronauts, okay? So this is also an example of vehicles under air transportation. So in a nutshell, we've learned about different modes of transportation, and we've learned about the definition of transportation. We said transportation is the movement of goods or people from one place to another, and we said we have the air transportation, the water transportation, and the land transportation. So we have different kinds of vehicles under the under each modes of transportation. So this is a car. A car is what? A vehicle under land transportation. Land, yes. Under land transportation. We have bus under land transportation. Vehicle under land transportation. Ship under what? Water transportation. Water transportation. Ship is under water transportation. Aeroplane is under, can you guess? Yes, air transportation is under air transportation. And train, yes, train is what? Under land transportation. And remember that train walks on rails. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.